Thanks, Yachi, appreciate that. Okay, so just to let you know what we'll be covering today, obviously, if you're just joining us, please make sure you drop your name, title, and your organization in the chat box so we all know who's here. We'll also introduce everyone to our team at CWCC. Leah is going to go over programs and committees and events. Yachi will also go over some engagement tools for you. And then I'll talk to you about how we can also increase our membership in our community, and as well as some upcoming events. We'll have some time at the end for a Q&A if you would like to hold your questions, and we can either do those in the chat box or everyone's welcome to ask them as well. So that we'll do that Q&A at the end. So about our organization, so we were founded in 1988. Our priority is to make Colorado the #1 state for women in business. Our mission is to provide women with opportunities that better our community and economy, promote equity in the workplace, and help women grow their businesses and their careers. We have about 400 member businesses and almost 2,000 individual members. And those across, we have small businesses, large Fortune 500 companies. So we're really covering all areas of women in business. And our team, our small but mighty team, we're all relatively new to the chamber within the past couple of years. Simone Ross is our CEO. If you haven't met her yet, you will be incredibly impressed, as we all are, by her every day. She is in tons of speaking engagements around the city and nationally, and so she has incredible things to add to our membership. Leah handled all programming. Yachi is our member engagement coordinator. She also oversees operations, and I am in charge of business development.
Perfect. Hello, everyone. I am Leah, and I'm really excited to talk a little bit about all the opportunities that you can use to get involved here with the chamber. So first off, as part of your membership levels, you can definitely get involved in our peer groups. And these are events or pieces that do meet monthly. We are moving kind of back to an in-person world, but some of these do meet virtually dependent on the month. And for the most part, these are included in all membership levels. So we have 4 here on the screen that do meet monthly. Our first here is our Founders Forum. And this is for those that are really, starting off on their entrepreneurial journey or have started their journey and are looking for some more resources. So resource sharing, referrals, networking, they do get some content as well as part of that peer group. Our CEO forum, as you can see in the bottom corner there, is also for a lot of our founders. And this is a closed group. But this is a group that is, if you're interested, let me know. But for any of our business owners or founders that have over $1 million in revenue for their companies. So typically, those small to medium-sized businesses with their women founders located here in Colorado. Our other 2 here are our business development strategy group and our women advancement group. And these groups range in content or networking opportunities. And we'll be sharing around our community calendar, but some of our content coming up for these is really exciting. Women's Advancement, for example, next week is going to be talking about statewide boards and commissions and how to get involved. So this is an opportunity to get just content about helping you advance in your career, but also to network with any women founders all the way to those corporate individuals that is relevant topics. We also have some additional programming that we do offer over the course of the year. And this is really ranges in content or accessibility to your membership level. But the first here are 2 of our bigger programs are cohort based. And these are application based programs that are open to any CWCC member. There is applications will open for those in June. That's our leadership lab and our mentorship program. Our Leadership Lab was formerly our Women's Impact and Influence Leadership Program. We felt it was a little long-winded, so we're rebranding it this year to be our Leadership Lab program. And this is where we focus on emerging leaders, anywhere from 5, 12, 15 years in industry that are looking to advance their own leadership development skills. That's a 10-month program, and it starts in October. So applications, as mentioned, will open in June for that. And we are excited to have that opportunity again in the fall. We also have our mentorship program, and that is a 6-month program for those leaders that are in senior leadership already that are looking to move into that executive or C-suite level in the next few years. They are mentored closely by those that are local, past and present CEOs or C-suite individuals, and we do some one-on-one small group mentoring with that program. Another cohort kind of based program is our Young Professionals group. It's a Young Professionals board, and it is an application as well. Those will open in August for the board term of 2024, and there are interviews that are associated with that program as well. Our board is about 25 or 28 individuals, and it's a 3-year term when you are selected for that board. They also get to do some amazing programming that is open to all of our membership base. Yesterday was a great example for that too, where they had an amazing program where they got some financial literacy pieces for both personal and business growth, which was great. And lastly, here is our Powerful Voices Conversation Series. This meets quarterly and will be in person starting in June, which we're really excited for. Formerly, it had been virtual for the last few years. And this is where you just hear some inspirational stories, or what we call behind the bio, of some amazing leaders here in the community. So that's a luncheon-based program, as mentioned, that will start back up in person in June. As part of your membership levels as well, there is accessibility to some of our committees. And this is something where we are excited to have our membership participate in. These committees kind of range right now. Some of them are just about to open up to the broader CWCC community. And so you can see here on the screen the 3 that we have, which is our DEI, policy, and membership and growth. Our policy committee is very active right now. If you can imagine, this legislative session has been kind of a beast. And there's a lot of policy and pieces here within our policy pillars that we rolled out in January that have been impacting the intersection of women in business. So if you're interested in getting more involved in that, we're always looking to have our members' voices heard as part of that committee to see how we here, impact policy at the state level. I am also the person to contact for our policy, I should say that. For our DEI committee, that would be Yahtzee, and she is really focusing on, how can we bring DEI lens to everything that we do, from programming to membership to, all of our events. So DEI is where Yahtzee lives, and then membership and growth is where Kate lives. And this is really just focusing on how to get more companies in our mission involved here in the community, even outside of the metro area. So that's something, if you're interested, contact Kate, and she can talk a little bit more with you about that committee. And as I'm talking a lot here, some of my favorite pieces are our events. And you can see here are 3 big events that we have over the course of the year. Pretty much, every 4 months we'll have a big event. Usually starting of the year is our State of Women in Business. That rolled out actually in February, and we do have some recordings of that, so we can share that in the chat if you're interested. But it's thinking of, state of the state, state of the union, but here in the state of Colorado, what are issues impacting women in business? Usually a breakfast event for that. Our top 25 most powerful women in business is coming up August 17th. I'm going to plug that now. It is our largest signature event that we host, and we're very excited that nominations are currently open. So if you have anyone in your community, or if you yourself feel that you should be nominated, you can find someone here to nominate you. But that nomination will close May 26th. And it is an amazing event. Usually my favorite in the photo here on the screen is actually right after the flood that was at the Botanic Gardens a few years ago. And then the women just looked absolutely beautiful, regardless of the rain, which, shout out to all of us that can do that. And then Athena here is our last big signature event, and that will be December 7th. Our Athena is a Lifetime Achievement Award. It's also coupled with our Powerful Voices conversation series. So we have an amazing story that's told from our keynote speaker, and then a fireside chat with Simone and our recipient of that award. We have some really great women that have won that in the past couple of years, but most recently Lauren Castile. So we're really excited for our amazing women that, Lifetime Achievement, and we've had that actually now, we'll be going on a year 25. So we're excited to have that award here in the States. So December 7th, and nominations for that will actually open this fall. So keep an eye out for that nomination too.
Hey, Leah, quick question. On the top 25 most powerful women nominations, do they need to be members? They don't? Okay, great.
That's something that then Kate can, actively try to convert them to be members, but yes, they don't actually have to be members. Our selection committee too. Yeah, our selection committee as well is made up of past recipients. So I knew there was a couple questions too about how that is selected, but yes, we pull from past recipients, and luckily for us, we are closing in about 300 past recipients. We're in year 11, so we're really excited for this year.
Okay, and you said May 19th was the deadline?
May 6th.
May 26th, okay, thank you.
Thank you, Leah, for sharing all of those great programs and events that are coming up this year. We just finished Q1 and it was amazing. Again, if you didn't join us that day at the Capitol, the policy committee did an amazing job. Our State of Women in Business, we're just getting ready to roll out these pillars and start making our impact in the community alongside our partnership. So again, thank you, Leah, for all your hard work on that. On my piece right now, I want to share some friendly tips on our membership portal. I know I have a lot of new members in here, so this is a great way for me to kind of introduce you into the 3 most important things right now that might be useful to you. But in saying that, I will be rolling out some workshops in the upcoming months, so we can sit down and go over your account and make sure it's up to date and we have the right number of representatives on there and we're getting everyone access to these benefits. But for right now, for those of you who are existing members and you have had the opportunity to go into the member portal, I do want to point out the switch profile button. Again, as we rolled this out at the end of 2022. So I know there's been a lot of questions about this button. The switch profile button is for you to switch between your company and your personal profile. And I just want to make sure that I put that out there for all our new members that are joining us right now. Your personal profile is going to be tied to an online platform later on this summer. That's going to be sort of a little bit like a Facebook, LinkedIn type discussion board, social network setting. But for your listing on our directory listing on our website, you want to switch that profile and make sure you are changing the settings on the company's profile so you can have those changes reflected on there and not on your personal. And you will know the difference because if you see on the screenshot, it says, "Hi, Yahtzee, you're currently viewing your personal profile." That's not your company. That is you individually. So again, I will be rolling out some workshops, but for those of you who have had the opportunity to go in and maybe had that question in mind, that's the first tip. The second tip is our member resource. Again, we like to record these sessions, our Membership Matters sessions, on a quarterly basis. In case you aren't able to join us and have these tips in front of you, we do have the last 2 sessions uploaded in that member resource dropdown. So again, just a friendly reminder that if you want to view those, we do have some tips in there. If you want to, you're eating some lunch and you're like, hey, I want to learn more about the CWCC, that's where those videos live. And also our CWCC bill tracker, going back to what Leah was talking about with our policy committee. If you're interested in some legislation that we are working on, or, again, just putting it out there, and again, we focus on legislation that affects women in business and in work, you will find our tracker there to see what we are monitoring. And we also encourage you that if you realize there isn't a piece of legislation or a bill on there that you believe is important to our mission, please feel free to contact Leah or myself and we can make sure we forward that over to our committee. And then the last tip is the tutorial video. We will be updating that come this summer because again, we're going to be rolling out new features. But again, just wanted to let you know that just in case you have any questions on how to add representatives, how to change your logo, how to make sure you're editing the difference between your personal and your company profile, that tutorial video is available for you on your member portal. So 3 tips for this Membership Matters. Again, coming soon are some more workshops. We had done these in Q1. For Q2, we'll be doing a very similar format. Depending on the level your company's at, you'll be able to sign up for a training session. And we'll be going over for 40 minutes on the features that we've rolled out currently. And we will be leaving 20 to 30 minutes, again, depending how fast we go, on Q&A. And this also gives me the opportunity to troubleshoot your company's profile on the spot. Also coming soon is our job board. It's going to be launched the first week of May. I know some of our member companies are very excited about this feature. The really cool thing about this new platform is not only will you be able to post your jobs or your internal jobs, but you will also have access to a resume bank. So if anyone in our membership is looking for a job, they are able to upload them and talk a little bit more about themselves, and then any of your recruiters could go in and actually access that and reach out to them directly. Our community calendar will also be rolling out by the summer. This feature is going to allow you to share all those wonderful events that you do internally and externally in the community. And that way, again, you're not waiting on us to be able to fit it in our very, very packed newsletter, which is always great, but we don't want anyone to miss your events. So this will be a good way to kind of have it on the calendar and have our membership take a look at it. And then again, last but not least, our online community platform will be rolling out this summer. More to come on that. If you have any questions about your benefits or your member portal, feel free to email me. My email is up here. But again, I hope to see some of you register for our member clicks workshops that will be coming soon.
Thank you so much, Yachi. That has been an incredibly heavy lift for you with our new online tools. So thank you for that. We actually have an ACE in our midst here. ACE is a program that we started at the beginning of the year as a referral program. We will give you plane tickets. Bring us some prospects and let's sign them as members, and whoever accumulates the most dollars in membership, we are gifting a pair of international tickets, and second place winner gets domestic tickets. So if you do have referrals in your network, please contact me. This program is still going through Q2. I know Victoria has sent me some referrals, Victoria from Slalom. So please just reach out to me and let's get that going. And then another way for us to kind of give back to our community is we have a Give a Membership program. If you are interested in sponsoring somebody that you know, or simply giving the gift of membership to a small woman-owned business, please let us know. We have a link on our website where you can complete this, or you can contact me directly and I can walk you through the program. You can give a solopreneur or a classic membership. So this is a great way to give back, to give the gift of our community to a woman-owned business.
Perfect. Thank you, Kate. That's one of my favorite programs that we have to really ensure that we are, spreading our mission of getting all women here in the community involved. As mentioned, our chamber does a lot, and we'll be sharing around these links, but I'm going to drop it into the chat as well. But up here, our first event that we have next week is actually going to be one of our community days. This is something that we do quarterly. It's really just an opportunity for our community to network and get to know each other. But we are partnering with the inaugural City Summit of the Americas. Denver is actually going to be the first host city for this. And we're really excited to have a lot of amazing women mayors hopefully attend this event as well, but really having remarks from a woman mayor here in the Americas to talk about her journey in, very male-dominated fields. This is going to be happening at the Slate Hotel next Thursday. So downtown, come, enjoy, network, have some amazing adult Lunchables, we like to call them, or those charcuterie boards, and get to interact with some of those that are coming from out of town that are part of this amazing opportunity. Following that, we do have another larger event coming up, and that is going to be our end of session review. As you've heard us talk a lot about, this is something that we really leaned into this year, is getting more involved from the statewide policy perspective. We hired a new lobbyist team, and similarly, we have been really active at the Capitol. And so this is something that we did prior to the pandemic and are really excited to bring back in person. So May 17th, we will be having a lunch. And the great thing too about lawmakers is some of them just want to leave right after town, but we'll have some amazing lawmakers come and actually sit on this panel to talk a little bit about what they experienced this year, and really some of the bills that did and didn't pass, and really just recapping the session as a whole. So hopefully you can join us. It's going to be at the Denver Foundation offices, so downtown close to the Capitol, on May 17th. I just dropped both of those links into the chat as well, so you can register for those two events there. And lastly, coming up is our top 25. I believe I dropped that into the chat too, but our nominations are live, and we're really excited to have amazing women be nominated for this year. Last year, we had a record number of nominations, and I continue to believe that we'll continue to get a lot more of those too here in the future. But do save the date for August 17th. We do have sponsorships available, so if you're interested in learning more about those sponsorship opportunities, please let the member of the team know, and we can kind of work through what that looks like, all the way from table sales to some of our larger sponsorship pieces. So tickets have not gone on sale yet for that, but definitely keep an eye out for our email when it does, because those tickets do go very quickly. And lastly, too, if you're interested in any of our other upcoming events, just go head on over to our website and check out our calendar. You'll see actively how many monthly programs that we do, and also those one-off networking opportunities as well. So that's the best way to stay up to date on all the things that we're doing.
Thank you, Leah. And again, thank you everyone for joining us today. I know we went through everything and just gave you a brief overview of the things that are coming up in Q2. But if you have any questions about anything that's coming up for the rest of the year, feel free to stay in touch and send us an email. Again, if you have any questions about your benefits, everything from what can I participate to I need access to my member portal, please reach out to us. These are our emails. And again, we'll be circulating a follow-up email with the recording, as well as any of the links to register for the upcoming events that we covered today. And don't forget to stay connected with us, depending on, again, if you're a big social media person like myself, feel free to add us on there. We do put updates on there in terms of deadlines, what programs are coming up, any upcoming events, and we also share links on there. So feel free to do that, as well as register for our CWCC newsletter. If you are a new member, we have subscribed you to that automatically, but if you haven't been receiving anything, we usually send out one update per week. Please reach out to me and I can make sure that we have that email in our system correctly.